last night, one of the fun stories that we had was a guy whose shed was run into 3 different times by people driving cars.
Right, because he lives on like where 2 roads converge, and people go, they fly through the stop sign. And as they were interviewing him for the news, you saw cars flying by. So every once in a while, he'll get somebody at night. There's no lights. Somebody's drunk, and they veer right into his shed.
Mm-hmm. So this new guy, and this is North Carolina now. So this is coming from Raleigh, and this guy says 3 times, amateur.
No.
Into a home in Johnston County. It happened early this morning on Powhatan Road at the end of Glen Laurel Road. The WRAL breaking news tracker was there as deputies investigated. The son of that homeowner told our crew it's at least the 10th time a car has come through the intersection like that.
No.
Luckily, no one was injured in that crash.
Okay, if you live somewhere where 10 people, if you live somewhere where 4 people, let alone 10 people, have crashed into your home or garage, you got to do something about that. You got to get the city involved. You got to do something, put up signs.
Mm-hmm.
That's because who ends up paying for that? His insurance, right?
Right. Or their insurance if you can catch these people. But right. I'm telling you, it's out of control now with people. They cannot drive without a phone in their hand.
Oh, so you don't blame alcohol, you blame phones.
No, phones are 10 times worse than alcohol because in North Carolina, we don't have that can't have a phone in your hand law.
Really?
No, you can have a phone in your hand. You can talk on it. You're not supposed to text, but people do it anyway. I mean, every car that you pass.
There's no law in North Carolina about that? I'm surprised.
No, there's a law that says you can't text and drive, but nobody gets pulled over for it. Everybody does it. But you can talk on the phone. You can have a phone in your hand, and that's not a law. So every other car that you pass, people have to be on the phone. They can't drive without talking or texting.
You know, it happens here in the city. I was in a cab the other day, and there was nobody on the road, and there was one guy in front of us. We kept trying to get away from him, and he was driving really slowly. Mm-hmm. And my cab driver was like trying to go to the right, trying to go to the left, but there were like trucks parked and trucks that were like unloading stuff or, a moving truck or whatever. We finally got around the guy, and he's just sitting there texting like he's in the middle of Central Park. It's like you're behind the wheel of a car in the middle of Manhattan. Do you not know that? You got to be able to make a citizen's arrest. You got to be able to do something about that.
No, this morning on the way to work, and you know how much I love when people are in the left lane going slow.
Oh, you love that. Yeah.
I love that. It's my favorite thing ever. And so this lady was in the left lane, driving slow, texting on her phone. So
Wait,
am I not supposed to flip that person off? This is a video that's making the rounds now, and this woman is driving and texting, and a cop has to walk up to her car and say, "Excuse me, do you know what?" And this lady doesn't believe that she's texting, even though the cop has seen it.
So this is body cam footage. She's texting in the front seat, just texting.
I'm watching you drive all the way up the street with your head buried in the phone. All the way up the street.
No, it was not.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and pull you over. I have it on my camera. I have everything. And,
she's still got the phone in her hand.
She's still looking at the phone while he's talking.
I'm directions to my damn neighborhood. Do you really have nothing else better to do?
You're gonna get pulled over. You're gonna pull over into the BP lot. Pull up next to the behind that. Yes, ma'am.
Nothing else to do in your damn day, do you?
I love that it's his fault. It's his fault that she's texting while driving and she's being dangerous.
And he walked up to her.
She called me a douchebag.
He walked up to her.
She called him a douchebag.
Yeah.
And you know what's in her back seat? Her child. In a car seat.
So she's texting while she's driving with her kid in the car?
Right. To the point where a cop can walk up to your door and you don't even see him. He's got to knock on your window for you to notice a cop next to you while you're driving a car.
Right. All she had to say was, "I'm so sorry. You're right."
She called him a douchebag.
Put it away. Yeah. The fact that she was belligerent and called him a douchebag, now you're asking for trouble. All you have to do is say, "I'm so sorry. You're right. I never do this. Sorry. I'm putting my phone away." And then he would say, "Don't do it again," and that would have been the end of it.
Yep. Thanks for saving the life of my child.
Her attitude escalated this, and I'm glad, because she should not be texting while driving in general, but with a baby in the back? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. This is how people's homes get wrecked.
Can you please put your feet in and close the door?
Why? She's still on her phone.
Because it's for my safety and your safety.
She's still on her phone. But your phone away.
Insurance, man.
Entitled bitch.
Yeah. Entitled bitch. And he has instructed her to close the door and put her feet in, and so far she has not done that.
You were typing and you look, there's a picture there, and you're typing under with a green text bubble.
I'm not
comments
texting.
on a picture.
This is a little thing. Just
Okay,
to let
you know what?
you may be an
Go
old
ahead
man.
and give me.
So I use this little thing.
Okay, I don't need your insurance.
What an
I'll
attitude.
pull it up, ma'am.
Where I hit
You
this.
are going to be issued a
And I talk
citation
in my
today.
phone like this. That's
Okay, just so you know, this is the height of entitlement. If this woman was black, this would have gone a very different way.
Yeah, this is a Karen. This is
a Karen. Yeah, that is not how you talk to a cop. The fact that she has no fear and she's right in his face.
my child just had an accident.
I've asked you to stay in your seat.
she got out of her car again.
Child did tend to.
And he said, "Don't get out of your car."
Stay in your seat. Can you please?
She's not listening to him. She's not doing anything. This is the height of entitlement.
I'm just asking because you're being pretty forceful about it, and I would like to know the truth. Is that a law?
There's your driver's
Can you
license,
answer
ma'am.
that for me, Officer
What
Connor?
you're being cited for is
Are you not
texting
gonna
while
answer
driving today,
my
ma'am.
question?
I'm going to give you a copy of the law today.
You're not
I'm gonna give you a copy of the law today.
legal to have my door open?
It depends on my feeling of safety, and you've been very aggressive for absolutely no
Well,
reason.
come on, bro.
Right.
Right.
Have
Pull
a
me over
smart.
for
I'm
voice
not your
to text.
bro. Okay.
Well, I don't care. I'm gonna call you what I want.
Your small child is dependent on you, and their
yeah,
life
try to
is
train
in
her.
danger. Their life is in danger because of
Yeah,
what
this
you're
is
doing.
this is
You're in
white
danger
entitlement
of
right
all
there.
our
There,
lives.
this is the
That's why you're
problem
being cited.
in this country right here. This is the woman
Well, ma'am,
who
you
is the
can go to
picture
court
of
on
entitlement.
Right.
To see me again, yes.
9
I do.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
and I would
You know,
love
she
to
was
tell you
doing
this for the
something
judge.
wrong. It's not like he pulled her over for no
Absolutely
apparent reason.
outstanding.
No, he
She
walked
was-
up to her car.
You can go
Right,
on
and
the
knocked
19th
on
at
her
9 o'clock in the
window.
morning.
She didn't
This
see him
address,
coming,
courtroom
and she
1B.
kept on texting. And even when he's talking to her, she's sitting there still checking her phone.
Your second option, you can actually pay for it in person downtown.
Butterfingers. Making us all unsafe on the road.
Oh my God,
Are you
she,
gonna stop the traffic?
this is why women are called the C word.
Law today. I don't even need you to sign this. I'll go ahead and say
No,
unwilling.
don't do that in my car, please. Excuse me, that's my property. Do not do this on my
Oh my
property.
God.
Unwilling. Do you have any questions for me today, ma'am?
Plenty of questions.
There you go.
Are you going to stop the traffic so I can take
Okay,
a
if you
left
don't
out
want
of
it,
here?
Not a chance.
You ruined
Wow.
this. And you know
Have
my-
a great day,
you know
ma'am.
my daughter-
This is awful.
He's like, I don't even need you to sign this. Just go.
Right, I'm putting down unwilling.
Wow.
That was horrifying. I'm really upset by that. I'm truly upset by that. That was horrifying. One of two things. So if she was black and she came from a community like, I mean, I can say I grew up in Coney Island, and I know I had a lot of friends that were like they were instructed by their parents, if a cop pulls you over, here's how you behave, here's what you say, here's what you don't say.
Mm.
None of my friends, nobody I know, and nobody I know of any race, frankly, would speak that way to a cop who's pulling them over for something they did wrong.
Right.
Yeah, that was awful. She's awful. She's a horrible human being. And yeah, she's the reason why people use the C word when they look at women.
Yeah, David said, wow, that Karen really stressed me out. Yeah, she does. I mean,
Yeah.
And that's when you watch that, you get stressed out. There's a reason why I have been pulled over many times in the past couple of years. I got pulled over a couple of days ago, and I don't get a ticket because A, I'm nice as hell, and B, I say, yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I ran a red light, turned right on red, but I didn't slow down or stop. I just took off. And the cop was right there, and he pulled me over. And I was like, dude, you got me.
You got me.
You
yeah,
got me.
exactly.
And he goes, where are you going? And I said, I'm going to work. I work supposed to be there at 8. It's 7:45, running a little late. And he's like, here's your license back. Have a nice day. So
right.
if you're nice.
Exactly. Speak to them with respect. If they obviously see you doing something, if they caught you doing something, don't pretend like they're idiots. Yeah, the way she handled that was just so awful. And I'm glad that he had a body cam, and I'm glad we got to see that.